And for the final game tomorrow against Inter Miami, and the great time that we will make it will be on the.
Well, that seems to be a lot of talk going on about that. We're not overly concerned with that, whether he's in or out. Of course, we know the impact he has on the field, but we also understand this is a very good team, with and without him. So we'll prepare. We certainly prepared up until this point with him in. Supports our crew. We have a little bit of time to also prepare for him, prepare for them without him. So, not really our issue. It's theirs. We'll continue to just prep in the way we have it.
That's unfair. We'll talk about it.
That's okay.
How much
We're used to that. We kind of live in that space with the Houston Dynamo, at least in the short time that I've been here. We don't make a lot of headlines, and I think this is part of this process for us of getting back fans and being more relevant in this league and in the MLS. So, certainly being here helps. Winning helps even more. So that's part of kind of our motivation as well, is to put this team back on the map.
You guys are one of the games players, coach, and probably been good at the time with your coach. Do you know what the group right now when they started to feel like the choosing us and feel like a big deal to you at this point?
Yes, yeah. You could sense a real energy today within this group on what an opportunity we have in front of us. I'm not sure this year if we're sitting around and being honest with each other. We thought we'd be in a final, but things have clicked a little quicker in some areas than we thought. We rode a little luck in this tournament, as I spoke about, which you always have to do in the Open Cup. The road to the Open Cup is always a wild one. But then so now it's about not just being okay with we made it to the finals. So now some unfinished business is ahead of us, and I felt that today with the group for the first time. Yesterday, not so much. It was the first day back. There's been a lot of games, so it's really about recovering. But today there was a different look in these players' eyes, and I think they understand the weight of this, but not in a heavy way. We're the underdog. I don't think a lot of people are picking us, and that's I think again a space where we've lived and rallied behind in some ways this year. Hopefully, we could lean on that tomorrow. Play free, play brave, and compete for a championship.
And aside from so with all the players, how much can this game help you?
Well, help us a lot more if we win, and because it's an emotional moment for us, for anybody, any player or coach who goes to a finals. It's charged, highly charged. You don't get here that often. You don't get to play for trophy, and very often in your pro sports career. Some do, but very, very few have that luxury. So it's a busy schedule, and hopefully we can get the result and carry this momentum. If that doesn't happen, then business as usual. We'll get back. We still haven't done anything this year. There's been some good stories and some a little hype on us lately, but we haven't done anything. We've gotten some points, but we're not in the playoff yet, and we haven't won anything. So we still have hopefully a real hunger about us to deal with the two objectives that are in front of us. That's postseason soccer and holding the trophy.
You mentioned it's a lot of games. Really a lot of fans that are soccer. That's funny. what does the U.S. Open Cup mean to you guys? The fans that don't know about.
Well, it's always a tricky tournament to explain to people. I'll say this: we have a lot of respect for the Open Cup. I'm a romantic with this cup. The idea that lower league clubs can play against bigger fish, and the big fish can play against the whales, and how that goes throughout a tournament, throughout a year. I love the format, so hopefully that they will tune in, and hopefully they'll be excited about the product that we're putting together here, and that translates into people coming out to the stadium in Houston. I've said it publicly many times. We don't have enough people in our stands, and I go around this country, and more times than not, the stadiums are full, and they're bumping, and they're loud, and they're intimidating, and the people that do show up in our crowds are loud and have great energy and give us a real boost every weekend. So it's not about them, but we can do better in that, and part of that is us winning games and winning back some fans through them wanting to be a part of our team.
And mentioned the fans. Some of my people are here. I mentioned saying that this team is going to create a buzz song at this stadium. What are you expecting from the Inter Miami crowd?
Well, the beauty of this league is one of the big differences in this league over the last 10 years is in the atmospheres that you're going to see week in, week out, whether you're going to St. Louis or Portland. Doesn't matter if it's a final here, just a weekend game. The atmospheres are intimidating and wonderful, and the pageantry is high. So hopefully they bring that to tomorrow. I'm still a fan of the environment, and I think it's one thing that makes our sport in this country special. Is when you show up to these stadiums and you have the tifos and that the fans are part of the show. I hope they bring it. We're going to have some orange out there. We got some family and friends coming, and I know some people have made the trip down. Orange fans out, so that's more than pay.
How would you rate the
Well, for us right now, it's more important to win the Open Cup. If at the beginning of the season you ask that question, I don't know, because the League's Cup was an unknown, and it's a good question. I haven't thought about it, but right now, yeah, Open Cup would be my answer.
What's your approach as a coach going to a big game like this? You prefer to let your players kind of sit back and start with you, fight moving,
I think it depends on your group. I've had different types of groups. Some needed a little bit of that speech. Some seem to be pretty level-headed and understand that what the task is, and maybe it's almost get out of the way a little bit and let them roll. So it's a little feel. We have some players that have been in these types of games, and that makes me feel good because they are different. The intensity is higher, the pace, so it's a game of moments and concentration. When you're in the finals, everybody's heightened, and so we've got a lot of guys with MLS Cup experience, and also overseas. And that was by design. We brought guys in here that are winners and come from winning cultures to help us kind of restart this thing. And hopefully that will be that will help us in the match tomorrow. For the most part, yeah. It's also business as usual. The way we prepare for teams, that's still the way we prepare for Miami, because it's something that we're used to, and I think doing anything different wouldn't make a lot of sense, and maybe not as authentic as as if we were trying to reinvent the wheel of what, for the most part, has worked for us this year. And so we'll just keep going at it. They know what's at stake. They know that there's a lot more eyeballs in this game, and that this is a chance for them to be champions. And again, you only get, it's rare to get that night where you get champagne in your eyes, and I'm looking forward to watching them play.
Coach, how do you view that man? This one is coming in for a championship. How do you have this impact on this season?
He's been massive. I've talked about it many times. He's helped me. We, I think, foster a very good relationship, one built on trust and freedom in some ways. So I think he's been given the keys to this team, and he understands. I think the group dynamics. He has a real weight on his shoulders and responsibility to do well for the club and make sure he's a huge part of turning this club around. He's a DP, a lot of money spent to bring them here. He understands all that. And I think last year he took a little heat because he didn't come in here and tear the league up. But he had a World Cup looming last year. He had a little injury. It's a brand new team. It wasn't his team. And this year was a blank canvas for him. And it's his leadership on the field has been, again, helpful for me. And certainly on the field, his play has been just a lot of fun to watch. His relationships that he's built on the field at times have put together some of the best soccer that I've ever been a part of as a coach. And again, he's a good teammate, and he's a good human as well.
You feel that you recover the best version of the
I haven't done that. He's done that. And I think his role here is different than maybe at some of the other teams. I think he has a little bit more freedom to play make and be the man. And I think he's enjoyed that. And he's earned it. And I think he's been better. Maybe the best number in the league this year. And hopefully, I trust he'll be at his best tomorrow.
We're going to have that season kind of tied in your mid-draw and really exciting. How are you supporting that?
Well, they've been, Hector in some ways wasn't a surprise. A few World Cups, he's an elite player. Him playing at a high level, that's what they do. But Coffee, Coco, Artur, and that relationship centrally, that organic kind of feel that they have for each other. That's not coaching. We give them a structure. We try to put them in positions to succeed. And then sometimes there's intuition and relationships and trust they build. And they've really done a good job on that. They like each other. You can see that within the group that they enjoy each other's company, and sometimes that helps. That helps on the field, looking after somebody. And so they've been great. Midfield, again, guys that come in and help out with Luis Casado. Back line has been shifting. We've had some injuries. Teenage is out DP, and the next guy came in to fill in. So it's been a group effort to get here. Did I answer your question? I'm faded. It's late.
What does that also consider?
Certainly the midfield is. I think if you're scouting us or opposing coach, you're looking at our midfield, but I think the collective nature of our group is probably still what I have been most happy with the crew over the course of the season. Everybody's engaged in both of us. They seem very clear they're able to take information in the right way and execute what we're trying to build here and structure in and with the ball, without the ball. Again, they look after each other, and everybody's giving what they have. That collective side is, again, I think what I'm happy with most throughout this season.
Let me put that. Preparing for Miami, what players?
Well, Farias was, I don't know how to get this guy. I think he's a lovely player. I think on any other team, he's probably a DP, a level player. I think he's an excellent player. The youngsters are coming up. Taylor is serious. Both forwards, Campagna and Joseph are a handful. I mean, this team without the big three is still a very good MLS team. And they've shown that when those guys weren't in the lineup. They still, we go through the exercise and, okay, he's out. It's like, whoa, he's in. He's out. Wow, this guy's in. So their ability to create this team in a short amount of time with this amount of depth is pretty remarkable. And so I don't really care who plays. We just understand that whoever is going to be out there, it's going to be a very tough test for us. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.